Hey, and welcome back to Lockdown Brewers Coach's Corner. This is episode number 2 of Coach's Corner. The first pilot episode was just a hair, I guess you could say a hair rough with the technology side of things. I'm just still trying to work out the kinks, and there should be a lot more of these coming soon. So basically tonight, I'm recording after that Packer game. By the way, sorry, I just had to mention that. I don't know when this is going to get posted, but all I know is I'm just reeling a little bit from that Packer game. Pretty ugly display right there overall. But anyway, I am going to get into breaking down a swing here sent in from my good friend Rob Sweet. I actually have worked with this kid just very briefly up at our hitting center in Racine, Wisconsin. Um, so I'm going to get right into it. What I'm going to do is share the screen. I was able to kind of work out some video breakdown with my phone app and then email it to myself and sharing the screen here. So hopefully this works and hopefully this makes sense a little bit better than that first episode. So getting right into it and share the screen. It's a 10-year-old kid right here. This is a phenomenal swing, a phenomenal player. This kid's going to be good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show the swing full speed first, then I'm going to have it real slow and break it down real slow and just kind of talk over it a little bit. And then I have some kind of keys that I want to key on here in talking about his some of the things where I'm gonna show some arrows with this video in this phone app. It's a real simple app. It's $5, I think, on Apple, called Coach's Eye. I use this to teach hitting to all kinds of kids in Racine up at the hitting center. The Racine Baseball Co-op is the hitting center that I use, started by Jack Schiestel, who is a phenomenal baseball coach. So reach out to Jack, DM me if you want to get some very good instruction. He's the one that taught me the game ever since I was about 10 years old. But anyway, Jack Schiestel is his name. Again, direct message me if you are interested in some hitting lessons with him. But anyway, so getting right into it. Okay, so here's the swing. Very athletic swing. It's a full swing. I mean, this kid hits. You can tell. Okay, he does a couple of things wrong that we're going to talk about. But let's go ahead and watch how he is pressuring the ground kind of and moving backwards. See how he's going backwards? What you want to do, and I'm going to break this down right here with some arrows, and I'm going to be pausing it at times here, is what we want to do is we want to gather back. So, right, you want to go back. It's no different than any other athletic move, any other throwing motion. If you're going to throw a medicine ball, you would gather back a little bit into that back leg. Ideally, that back inside part of the heel of that back heel is where you want to load that pressure. A little bit early to kind of focus on the heel part of it for a 10-year-old. That's when they get a little bit more advanced. I'd say, in my experience, freshman to junior years when things really start to click, where you get nuanced with kids' swings. But with this 10-year-old, you just kind of want to get them gathering back a little bit. So from here, once you get back, you want to go forward. Okay, so this is where we run into issues a little bit. With going forward, he kind of just he keeps that pressure on that back leg a little bit too much. He's probably 70-30 here, and he probably maybe even 80-20, and he probably stays back there probably 70-30. You're going to see a reach. So I'm going to draw an arrow that he should be going forward a little bit from here. He should be doing that, and really that hip should be moving forward a little bit more than it is, and it's not. It's staying in the same spot. And then you're going to see that he just kind of, again, all the pressure is still in the back side. You want really that back side and everything to get to the front side. And what happens here as well, because of that, is his shoulders are getting a little bit uphill, right? So that front shoulder is a little bit higher than that back shoulder, and he's going to swing a little bit uphill. Again, this kid, and then again, you're going to see him leaning back. That line, that blue line that I just drew, that should be a little bit more up and down, should be upright, okay, at impact. So what you're going to see in the end is a kid that's going to hit, right? Because you see how athletic and how strong and quick and explosive this kid is, only 10 years old. But at the same time, we do want to make a couple of these slight corrections with him and just kind of address some of this stuff. What you do is you tell him to stay more stacked. You tell him to stay more centered. You tell them to go with the lower half, go to the ball, go to the pitcher. Okay. Because kids want to just kind of sit back a little bit, because why? Their heads won't move forward, and you want their heads to move forward a little bit. Half the length of the stride is how much your head should move. Big leaguer will go back, and then he'll get all their way back to 50-50 or very close to 50-50. As you can see here, the weight is probably 70-30 or maybe even 80-20 on the backside. I did work with this kid, and Rob, my good friend Rob Sweet, also has worked with him quite a bit, and he's actually made very quick adjustments, and he is getting to center. But this is a really good example of what some kids do, and the hanging back, and then it creates some uphill motion, especially with that posture with the shoulder. So very, very good swing here. A lot of fun breaking these down. I'm going to continue to do these. Hopefully this kind of works out in terms of instruction and ability to educate here with this kind of setup. And I will continue to post these. This is a lot of fun. This is Coach's Corner, brought to you by Maggie Rattino Real Estate. Make sure you guys are, if you're in the market to buy or sell, you're reaching out to my wife, Maggie Rattino, on Instagram. If you don't have Instagram, reach out to me. I'll pass it along, of course. But anyway, have a great night. I'm still reeling from that Packer game. All right, we'll talk to you guys soon.